TV. It's your boy. Alright, it's Brentford. It is Thursday, and we are 2 days away, and I am so bloody excited to watch this game. I don't know how any of our fans aren't excited to watch us play at the moment, because I just feel good about our team, honestly. We are playing well. This is probably going to be the first game that we finally get to start Sesko, Cunha, and Mbomo together, right? Oh, wait, no, City we couldn't because Cunha wasn't playing. And yeah, Sesko didn't start against Arsenal. Did he start against Burnley? Was that the first time they all started together? They might have started together against Burnley, but if you No, Sesko didn't start against Burnley, right? Burnley lineup. Yeah, it was Cunha, Mount, and Mbomo. And then Cunha got hurt early on. That's right. So they haven't started a game this season, right? I mean, I'm extremely excited to see them all be part of the starting lineup, because for me, they are 100% in the starting lineup. I'm excited to see them play, man. Finally, we get to see that, right? We haven't gotten a chance to see that. We've been missing chances, and we haven't had the front three that we want going forward playing. So let's see what happens in this game. Brentford are off to a rocky start. They are missing, well, not missing, but they lost Wissa and Mbomo, obviously two of their best players, if not their two best players. So they're going to struggle a little bit. To compare this team in Brentford to City, because I have seen people say, oh, well, City had lost a couple games before playing us. Same thing as Brentford, I guess. Like, they're saying, we can maybe slip up, right? Because they lost, tied and lost. So, yeah, they're off to a rocky start, obviously. And, we in the Prem, we've lost. We won, lost, and won, right? That's the last 3 games in the Prem. So, it really hasn't been that bad. I think the beginning of the season, obviously, you knew that Arsenal game was going to be tough. We should have gotten a draw out of that. I think the Fulham game, I really believe we should have won that. That puts us at 10 points in second place. But it's not the truth. We have 7 points, 2 points back, 3 points back from second place. After 5 of the hardest games to start a season I ever remember, really. So, it's not something that I'm overly upset about, because this team isn't where we want to be yet, right? If we were next year into Amran and we started even with those 5 games, I would expect us to at least have 8 to 9 points out of those 5 games. Like, I would think we could beat Arsenal, City, or Chelsea, and then I would have expected us to beat Fulham and Burnley, which I believe that if this team played with this under this tactics and formation for another year with these same players, they would definitely play better than how they played to start the season. They would just gel more. They would have just have actual chemistry together, compared to as right now. You can't really say that. So we start off a little iffy in the season, not being able to finish without our front 3 of the future, especially near future, starting. Can we all say that it's an okay start to the season? Because I really believe so. Now we go into Brentford. I'm a little conflicted on how I would want this team to set up, because deep down, I want some of these players to get some playing time. But I also know that it would be really good for us to get a result. So I would personally go with our strongest lineup, in my opinion, at the moment. Okay? Not for the future, not even in a month, but for right now. Bayendir in goal. I really hope Lamens can take that position, because I don't hate Bayendir, but I want somebody who can just give me a little bit more like peace of mind than Bayendir in goal. Okay, that's really all I'm asking for right now this season, because neither of our two goalkeepers at the moment can give us anything more than that. I put Maguire in that center of the defensive three, Luke Shaw, and De Ligt. I really like the way that they played against Chelsea. I think Lenny's maybe going to spend a little time on the bench, because I really do believe there was you can't blame it on Lenny, because obviously this is a team game, but he made a kind of inexperienced and annoying mistake against City that really destroyed that game for us. But he's young, so like I can't get mad at Lenny. He is going to be inexperienced. He is going to make some mistakes, because he is a 20-year-old kid who last year didn't even play a full year for Manchester United and might have played a full year in top French football. Did he play multiple, or did he only play one? And is Lenny 19 or 20? I believe Lenny might be like, yeah, he's still 19 years old, so I apologize. He's not even 20 yet. He's an extremely young, inexperienced kid. But when you see that game, Doku turns him for that second goal. Just watch the throw-in. It is something that cannot happen. It just cannot happen. You cannot, from a throw-in, get turned into the inside and be shielded away from the play and allow the player to go towards goal in the middle of the field at your defenders. Because now what happens is you're behind the play. So now De Ligt, who was playing that middle position, his eyes are focused now on having to step up and on Doku, when Haaland is now running behind him. And now Shaw has to run in front of Haaland to try to get there. It made it it put us in an extremely bad position. If he keeps him in front of him, if he goes out wide, there is no chance for that pass to happen and for Haaland to get that chance. And quickly after that, he came off of the field, right? Like, he came off of the field pretty quick after that game. So, fixture, City, Haaland scored in the 53rd minute, and Maguire came in the 62nd. So, like, less than 10 minutes after that, he was replaced. So the goal was in the 53rd minute. I doubt that Maguire was really ready to, was going to come in for Lenny in the 62nd minute. I don't believe that. I really believe that caused him to come out. And then we saw De Ligt start against Chelsea. And that kind of made me believe that it led to him getting put on the bench. And I agree with the manager. I think right now, if we want to get results as a team, De Ligt has to start in that right center back position. Right? Like, that's just my belief. Then I have Mazraoui starting at right wing back, because he's looked good since he's come back. You can see what experience does in a position like defense. He just knows where to be. He's good at, winning the ball back and then just pushing forward, knowing when to and all that. That's something that Ahmad should sit on the bench this game and watch again. Like, he hasn't gotten a chance to, because he had to play 10 the last couple of games, but now that Cunha's back, he should sit and watch Mazraoui play that position and learn from him, so that he can take over that position in more attacking games and stuff. Plus, I want Ahmad coming off the bench to either change the game, but I think more just completely decide it and finish, right? I honestly think on Saturday we're going to be up 2-0 at half at least. I really do. Then in the midfield, I know people aren't going to be happy to hear this, but I go Ugarte and Bruno. I think at first he's going to want to start more balanced, so he is going to play Ugarte. But if I'm correct and we are up 2-0 at half, I think Kobe Mainoo comes in very fast in the second half, like 60th minute, the latest. Maybe even halftime, like at half, to play the whole second half and just be Ugarte and Bruno in the middle. I mean, Kobe and Bruno in the middle. Because up 2-0, you can see a game out with two players that are good on the ball almost just as well as a straight defensive center midfielder, right? You can hold the ball, keep possession and all that as your way of defending with two players that are more comfortable on the ball. So I do think that Kobe plays a good amount on Saturday as well. I wouldn't mind seeing him start. I wouldn't mind seeing Ugarte and Kobe start because they did start in preseason games, so they're like they can play together, even though obviously Bruno and Ugarte can't play together. But I just think that Bruno's gonna start. We don't have enough games for us to sit here and sit like the captain of our team and the most consistent player we have. Once Cunha and Mbomo and Sesko are consistently scoring, it'll be easier for Ruben Amorim to allow Kobe Mainoo to start games. The more and more that Sesko, Cunha, and Mbomo start scoring, the more that you're able to not play Bruno as much because you know that there's going to be goals scored by other people. Right now, unfortunately, we can't say that, right, guys? So that's why my midfield would be that. And then up front, obviously, I would go with Cunha and Mbomo and Sesko. I see two of those guys scoring this weekend. Like, 100%. I see a crazy score this weekend. Like, I see us scoring 4 to 5 goals this weekend, if not more, honestly. I just feel like we have been knocking on people's doors. Like, just knocking on teams' doors and just not being able to break through. But we also haven't started Cunha and Mbomo and Sesko not once in the Premier League this season so far. Not one time. So in 5 games in the Premier League, we've created all those chances without our starting front three, like the three that we want going forward. So for that to happen, those are good signs, and that's why I'm excited to watch our team play, because I know that I want Cunha in that 10 position over Mason and Ahmad. I know that I want Mbomo in that 10 position over anybody on this team. And then I know that Sesko, I do want him over anybody. Okay, I'm going to lie. Just because I wish Sesko would have gotten a little more preseason time. I would kind of start Xerxes, but I do want to see Sesko get his goal. So, like, I don't mind, Cunha only playing like 60 minutes because he's coming back from that injury and giving Xerxes half an hour and all that on Saturday, which I think is gonna happen. Those are my expectations for this game, and what I think is gonna really happen. I think we're gonna finally score some goals, and we're gonna get to see more players because we have leads and we're scoring. That's the main reason we haven't been able to do as many changes as we would like, because Kobe would have gotten a whole half against Chelsea. He was getting ready to play the whole second half. He was warming up in the first half. He was gonna go in for Casemiro, because you think about switching Casemiro with Kobe and us playing that whole second half against Chelsea up a man, and Kobe being there instead of Casemiro. We would have had a chance to blow them out of the water, bro. But unfortunately, Casemiro made a stupid mistake, and then he had to play Ugarte at that point to just keep the balance of the team. Everyone knows that a 2-0 advantage is the scariest in football. So if you keep an attacking minded thing, they score 1 goal and now you try to get defensive, you're probably tying that game or maybe even losing it. So I just don't see the problem that the fans had with anything that how our manager ran that game. I think we only gave up 1 shot on target in the second half, right? Like, or like, yeah, like 1 shot on goal or something in the second half. Wasn't that how it was against them? Let me see the stats really quick. All stats. Yeah, fucking Chelsea had 1 shot on target, bro. And people were saying how like great they played or some shit. They had like 0.43 expected goals. We had 1.84. 11 shots to their 5. 4 shots on target. 3 big chances to their 1. Like, they did not play like way better. Honestly, the choices that he made were correct. But let's go. I'm ready. I'm excited about Brentford. We are gonna win this game. Let's go. Everybody get excited because it's gonna be a good one, man. Watch. If we score 4 goals, I'm coming back to this video and putting it on Instagram. You heard one of those like little shorts. But that's the truth. I'll see you guys Saturday after the game when I'm gonna be here hyped as happy as hell making a video. Let's go, man. Come on.